Welcome to Stuff Weekly, your weekly recap about the Stuff ecosystem. Stuff.io is a Web3 company selling ebooks, audiobooks, music, and videos that people really own. Go to your Kindle library, try to sell a book. Can you sell it? No, because you didn't buy it. It's not yours. You have to own your stuff. We're starting the big piece, and this is the Wednesday wrap-up. This monthly space with Josh and Guillermo, where they go over everything that was developed during the prior month. A lot to unpack, so I'll try to be efficient. They talked at the beginning about the Stuff token, that it was book, it was renamed to Stuff. The stake pool has been renamed as well. The pool is, by the way, a Mithril signer, and it is Chang hard fork ready, meaning that it's up there when it comes to supporting the Cardano blockchain. They created some monitoring dashboard to make sure that everything is fine with the stake pool, and you can actually check on pooltool.io how the pool is doing. This is the current epoch, and what is very interesting is this height. This means that it's synchronized the blockchain, it's up to speed. So this is a really important health indicator. And then you see the blocks. So this epoch so far, 3 out of 6, looks like we missed some. Not sure why, but for sure they will investigate. You can look at the historical data and see, for instance, that the prior epoch was perfect. We minted 9 blocks. And the ROS, so the return on staking, is 0.03%, because this is a 99% pool, meaning you don't get rewards. They keep all the ADA and they give you the Stuff token instead. So you have to multiply this by 100 more or less to get what would be an ADA reward percentage. So it would be 3%, which is what is expected. So it looks like it's working. Wonderful. Then they talked about Eternal, which should support ledger signing soon. So it was a big issue that if you have your DAs in a cold wallet like a ledger, you are not able to sign models to verify ownership and access your books or DAs in the web application. Ledger did the update on all their models except the Nano S, the smaller one, because not enough memory. Hopefully it will come later. And on the other side you have Eternal Wallet, so the Cardano wallet, which I think submitted to the App Store or the Google Play Store not so long ago a new version to take advantage of this new feature, meaning that in a very short term we should be able to keep all our DAs on a cold wallet and be able to access the DAs in the web app, in the mobile app as well. So this is huge because there's always security concerns when you transfer assets between your cold wallet and your hot wallet just for reading. That will make everyone feel safer. What else happened last month? Oh, they released the music DA, and here is a big topic. They talked about, there is the first music DA. It was Mike's long-winded short stories, an EP of 5 songs. And they added that they get awesome reception from artists and labels, and music artists, because music has been basically devalued to zero. It's been commoditized. You stream, it's really intangible, it's worth nothing. Because you stream it for free. And Ben shared this article about the CEO of Spotify, who made more money in a year than Taylor Swift has ever. If we dig deeper, what do we learn? So how does this guy make money? Because he has shares of Spotify, he's the CEO, and he sold a bunch of them. And he sold a bunch of them after doing what? After laying off, I think, 17% of the workforce, decided to demonetize all songs that have less than 1,000 streams. So you're a small artist, you don't get anything. And they also did something else, which was to create bundles, because they're doing audiobooks now. And if you do audiobooks and you bundle them together, then you pay less royalties. So you save even more money. This is the original article, the IC newsletter, which goes more into the details. So you see here how much money the Spotify executives made, but selling shares, to be clear. It's not revenue they get from streaming directly. And then the offer kind of converts the share value into how many streams. And you can see you would need 115 billion streams to make as much as the CEO. And you probably also heard about Snoop Dogg, who complained because he had 1 billion streams and made only $45,000, which seems really low. Apparently, the paying rate on one stream on Spotify is 0.003 USD, so basically a third of a cent. So 1 billion by a third of a cent, it's not 45,000, it's 3 millions. So question is, not 3 million, sorry, 300,000. So the question is, why didn't he make that much money? Did he miscalculate? I don't know, but the thing is that that's the royalty, so 0.003 USD per stream, but then everyone takes their cut. Spotify, they take their cut, music label, or whoever has a stake in the rights. So in the end, it's not so much. However, this article is interesting because it talks about Taylor Swift, the number one streamed artist with 26 billion streams, and she made $100 million out of that, supposedly, which makes sense. So not sure if Snoop is getting shafted or not, or if the estimate on Taylor Swift is wrong, but I wanted to kind of add this other perspective. We talk like Spotify is taking advantage, and for sure they are in a position of strength, but it's not like every artist with 1 billion streams just make $45,000. So I just wanted to add this, but hey, let's compare. Okay, let's assume Snoop is right. That's 1 billion streams, $45,000. Let's take Mike, who is the first music artist to be on Stuff.io. Mike sold 1,111 albums. Yes, it's here. 1,111 units. For, let's say, everyone got the discount price 10 USD, he made 70%, so 7 USD multiplied by this is roughly $8,000. So basically, selling 1,000 albums, he made 20% of the money that Snoop Dogg did with 1 billion streams. So you can see the order of magnitude is really different. Also, well, it's not the same thing listening for free and actually buying the album, but it gives you an idea. I can imagine that Snoop could sell 1,000 albums for 10 USD. So yeah, that explains why when Stuff goes out to talk with music artists and labels, they dig the idea, and there is definitely potential there. They actually said that they're in talks with big artists, whatever that means, and they're explaining that selling a few thousand albums and connecting directly with your listeners is a great deal for them. They don't need, it's not this time where you had those platinum selling records, like 1 million albums sold. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be much less, but because your share as an artist is much bigger, it is a very fair compensation. And imagine if they do that as an NFT and it is a collectible. Not everyone has the album. Maybe you make an album with some extra songs, with music videos included in there, maybe behind the scene explaining, hey, what's the story behind that song? Imagine the level of content you can give out. It's just not a music album, it's more than that. Then, to come back to the tech side, they explained that there will be a future feature to change the audio resolution, kind of the sampling, the quality of the audio, that it already exists on the player. They just need to implement it. So if there are any audio files around, I'm sure they will enjoy that. They talked about stuff, the video, that it's bad quality on purpose. Because yeah, I was a bit like, well, it's black and white, quality is not great, but then I figured, oh, you know, if they shoot all day in the office, no, they cannot shoot that like 4K, like how many, you know, SD cards will they need to record like 8 hours non-stop at full quality, yeah? So I thought it was that. They said it's on purpose. So indeed, it's not a matter of the player that cannot deliver that. It's a matter of the capture device which was used. Then they moved on to talk about the front end. So they hired a lead front end engineer a couple of months back, who is in charge of rewriting the website in this Vue 3. This will help adding more features, make it look better, and more importantly, unify the website on one hand and the app on the other. You may notice that when you go to purchase a book, you go to app.book.io, and that's a different site. And so this rewrite will get everything together and hopefully should be out by September. Then they moved on to the token bridge. Come on, it's been a month almost that it's supposed to be out or almost out. They explained that final testing, they really wanted to go perfectly. There are some bugs, but not security bugs. Like the audit found nothing, the testing found nothing. It's more about the user experience. So that's positive. And yeah, they explained that they did it in-house because it is often the weakest link. Blockchains themselves are secure when you stay in the blockchain. But when you go from one secure environment to the other, well, the weakest link is in the middle. So they wanted to be really careful, and I cannot blame them for that. If they get hacked, I mean, it would be terrible reputational damage. And all the people who bought their tokens, imagine they get siphoned, or someone just duplicate tokens or on base or something like this. It's really catastrophic. So not blaming them, just a bit impatient to see that coming. Not totally sold on the immediate impact it will add, but maybe just a stepping stone to, you know, start maybe marketing towards other ecosystems, or actually get the stuff token on other centralized exchanges. We know that centralized exchanges, like, they're not very keen on adding Cardano tokens. Maybe an EVM one will be more welcome. What else? Infrastructure changes, allowing multiple QA environments, which will accelerate testing, and thus the delivering of the features. So it's something that is not sexy, something we don't see, that is completely in the background, but will have a direct impact, because if they can test faster, they can deliver faster, and cherry on top, it comes with a lot of cost savings. And I know some people are worried about that. Okay, then USD stuff shelf in final testing. So seeing the value of your stuff shelf in USD, you'll have the ability to see at the granular level, so each DA, how much is it, but also the aggregated level. And I don't remember if they put that on X, like, hey, if you do that on Kindle, your value is 0 because you don't own it. Food for thoughts. Then July was the month they minted the most books. Maybe not most books in terms of volume, but in terms of different books, because there were like those romance books that came in, and/or audiobooks. I don't know if it was the same month. And it was a lot at once. And this shows that they can put on sale books or DAs faster and faster, which is basically ramping up for publisher catalog ingestion. So that is really good, and also it has an impact on self-publishing. Self-publishing, which is in beta testing now, a closed beta with a select few indie authors, and we can imagine that they need a robust, streamlined process for people to go to the self-publishing portal, put out their books, and that the flow in the background is able to put them for sale on the website. So that's how it's all connected. We can feel a progression there. We also talked about they are looking for alternatives to IPFS. I don't know, from what I understand, on IPFS you need to pin the content. I'm not sure how that works technically, but it sounds like some manual work or some action required from the, I don't know how to say, content owner. And yeah, they're looking at other things. I think really back in the days they talked about Arweave. I'm not sure if it's still that, or Yagon on Cardano, decentralized storage might be that too. It seems very competitive in terms of pricing, and I won't say Cardano is super decentralized and secure, and if Yagon gets there, not the same resilience, then it will be a very good place to be. And finally, at the end, there are a lot of small information. Someone asked a question about what stuff can do to help self-published authors, and Josh replied, you'll have access to data analytics, so the purchasing habits, what kind of books people buy, what kind of content they buy, but also consumption data, meaning do they read the whole book at once, do they watch the whole video at once, do they skip parts, do they stop reading after a certain part of the book. And all of this helps with two things. On one hand, it helps you on how to structure your content or format it so that people consume it fully. And the other thing is that it somehow builds a profile of consumers, and then you can market with them. There will be advertising services on stuff.io payable in Stuff token. So that is how they will support indie authors. And then they explained that they want to help as much as possible with special merch in the store. So you could have special merch for special content creators, again, payable in Stuff token. And when they can, they can do an X space with an offer like they did this week with Tom Levine. Then they talked about Rare Evo. There'll be free RRL books at Rare Evo. It hurts not to be able to get them, but hey, that's how it is. So if you get to go there, good for you. And I heard there'll be like Josh will be speaking there, that's good, but also RFK and Charles Hoskinson. Looks like a pretty big event. It's gonna draw a lot of crowd, most likely. And then they will have new merch at Rare Evo, so those stuff hats. The black one here, pretty cool. They also plan a secret thing. I don't know what it is, but we will discuss that later. I have an idea. And they'll be sponsoring the happy hour. And again, some people are worried that stuff and book, like the books are not minting all the time, less people are buying, basically stuff is not gonna make it. Yeah, okay, so they're not gonna make it, but no, they go to Evo, they sponsor the happy hour, they keep on onboarding new offers. Just About Stuff episode 0 was like 400,000 USD income, but hey, what do I know? So yeah, those were the news on the tech side. It was a thick piece, so let's take a little breather. So what is the secret thing they have planned? We see Josh posted real cool About Stuff episodes, plural, that are going to be huge news, and he's excited. Yeah, we've been waiting for episode 2 that we hope will be an airdrop. So it sounds like we will see something in those episodes, some alpha, and what my money is on is this collaboration with Clay Nation. It's been a while that Lena from Clay, she visited the Stuff headquarters. Now we see Clay Nation posting frog stuff. If you know, you know. Stuff.I replying. Then there was this cool Clay animation where, I mean, nothing is especially happening. It's just this dude watching TV and watching everything Clay has done over the years. I feel like they're just preparing to get this kind of movies on Stuff. Will people have to pay? Will it be airdropped? A bit of both? Will it be a full series or just one episode? I don't know, but I feel like this is happening. And that's good because a Clay OG project at October 2021, something like this. They're still around, still building, and strong community, more importantly. People who have been weathering the bear market. And I think they're real fans of what Clay is doing, and they will just want to get more of Clay content. And it's great that Stuff will allow them to have true ownership of that content. And then you have some other short news. So we had the Tom Levin space. That was pretty cool. So Tom Levin released Chasers this week. We'll talk about it in the new release segment. But basically they did an X space, and it was quite interesting. We learned about his origin story, how he wrote a story at 7 years old, and he from that point, I guess he knew that he wanted to be a book writer. He did theater later. He was in a dead-end job and then just thought, what do I really want to do with my life? And it's writing, and then he goes from there to sell his first novel to Penguin Random House. Then got access to Simon & Schuster as well. So you can listen to this space to learn more about the author and his career. Not gonna give all the details, but he had a shout out for the book community. He said that they don't care about the recent market crash, they care about creators. So I'm glad that people who can benefit from the service realize that we are here to support them. And then the other thing that was pretty big this week is this, a documentary about Brother Dij. Brother Dij is, or was, unfortunately, an artist making some kind of, I don't know how to call that type of music. It's like blues or country kind of type of music. And he became famous because Quentin Tarantino took his song for Django Unchained. And so there's a whole documentary about him. It looks super high quality, super well done. And that will be on Stuff. And I'm pretty excited about it. Honestly, I didn't know the artist before that, but it's always cool to get to learn about them, know their story, and especially just own the asset, own the video. Little digression, but lately I've been watching The Office. I mean, rewatching for like the 5th time, and I have the DVDs. So I have the original scenes, and I was thinking I also have Netflix, but if I will go to Netflix, they edited some parts. So some jokes are not PC anymore, and I'm like, that's why I want to buy this, because this guy, or any type of content, so you buy it, you own it, doesn't change. If the guy gets cancelled or whatever later, doesn't matter. You have the original version. And I feel like there's almost a duty to protect the original vision of artists. And then what we're gonna get soon this month is the collab with the Stag Alliance, another Cardano community, and they'll release a book that I don't know all the details yet, but my understanding is that the writer actually has a Web2 community, and the book is on Amazon and selling super well, and then created a Web3 project a bit separated, and now he's trying to kind of bridge both. And this book, this NFT, apparently will unlock many things in their ecosystem. Apparently, I think I saw something about some kind of RPG they're doing, and depending on the book you get, so the specific type of book or cover, then it has a different impact on the game. And that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So I feel like there should be space with them, actually Discord space on Wednesday, sorry, Wednesday 14th of August. They will be on Discord with us to tell us more about this. And these people, they've been in Web3, so they have all those crazy ideas how to connect different aspects together. And I feel like we will hear about novel ideas that only DAs can allow. I highly recommend to jump on the Discord on Wednesday to hear about their plans. I think this can be kind of a turning point, in a sense, kind of opening people's eyes to the possibilities. And also I need to give a shout out to the Stag Alliance community. They've been coming to our Discord, super chill people. We have some of our OGs who went there and they've been taken care of like amazingly. People explain to them everything, they take the time. One guy even made a 12-minute video to explain how the NFTs work. So a really cool community, and that's how we grow, how we create bridges with other projects like Clays, like Stag Alliance, but also directly with authors. And that will be my last point, is look at this. So this is Quinn. She released her book, Prince of Wolves, and she hosted a launch party with her community, I believe on Facebook. And look at those messages from people who are not Web3. Like, hey, I love the covers, I need to decide which one to choose. This person got hers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and she's already reading it. You can see the reading bar at the bottom. This person got 8. I mean, if you thought only Web3 were the gens, wait until you meet actual fans. So 8 was like what, $160 to get collector editions, and not only collector editions with special covers, but also with a video inside of the author saying thank you and reading a chapter, as well as an extra chapter included. So exclusive content. And you see, these are, not sure which app is this, I'm not familiar with it. But can you see, these are Web2 people buying on book.io. Like, it is happening. Maybe not huge scale yet, but this is proof that when the author takes care of their audience, puts out content that is really enriched, then people are ready to make the jump. And the way the website is now, the app is now, allows it. To be fair, there is a bit of hand-holding to do, explain to them a few things, but authors can do that, like they did, Quinn and her partner Bo, during this launch party. While they gear up for the sale, they run everyone through the different steps. How do you buy something, and so on. So, okay, it's not maybe the most intuitive yet, I concede, But this is the plan, is having authors bringing in their audience, and the audience learns that, hey, I can own my ebooks or my DEAs, and I like this offer. Queen, she may release the whole series, this Grey Wolves series, and Prince of Wolves is the first one. So she may release everything, and so maybe they will buy every collectible. And then maybe they will learn that, hey, there is this other offer doing young adult romance. Or maybe I'll give it a try. And then you have this kind of cross-pollination. And this is proof that, it's like a murmur in the sense that it's not big yet, but you can hear it coming. This is just the beginning, and that's what we're gonna see more and more. Also with music artists, which maybe have a more Web3 friendly audience, and that's how the community will grow. And now to get to the new releases of the week, we started with Chasers by Tom Levine. I talked about the X Space earlier, part of the Living Offer 2.0 series, 400 copies, like a third minted more or less. So there's still room to grow. The covers are really cool. You have those kind of comic stripes that are pretty nice. There are some that are kind of anime a bit. I like this style too. And what is great as well is this font. It's pretty original, isn't it? It's a very nice touch. And I believe it's Tom himself who got to do the covers. We had the case before with Jonas Sees, I think, and Dave Neal Wilson, who are also, you see, artists are multifaceted. It's not only writing, they can also give life to their thoughts, their imagination, to their characters. And I think it's pretty cool when you see how it's like the perspective of the author, how it's supposed to look like. So the book is there, still for the taking. Then we got The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, the first in the banned audiobook series. 400 copies sold out. If we look at secondary, floor higher than mint price, offer below OG price. I'm not sure if it changes hands so much. Maybe let's have a quick look. How are we doing? No, in terms of volume, 320, it's not much. It's really not much. Someone sold a rare one, made their money back, good for them. And then someone paper handing their books. Alright, so it's interesting because 400 copies fully sold out. And how many do we have? 20? Yeah, quite a few. Yeah, maybe less than 30 up for sale, yeah? What's the percentage listed? Yeah, 7%. So it looks like people actually want to listen to the book. Alright. Then we had Prince of Wolves, young adult romance. Shout out to Bo for coming to the Discord spaces and sharing his insight about the publishing industry. So covers were done by Quinn, actually. So that's pretty cool too, to see the authors again doing their thing. And look, 500 copies and 337 sold. On Kindle, 98% of books don't sell more than 200 copies. And here we are above that in less than a day. It's not sold out, but hey, it will. Imagine those super fans that bought. What are they gonna do? Well, they're gonna flaunt their collector edition. They're gonna talk in their own communities, and it will create the hype. And people will realize that, hey, it's pretty cool to get exclusive content from this offer I really like. And also a good way to support them because they get a fair share. So for now it's 337, but I definitely don't count on it stalling there. And finally we had the airdrop of the audiobook Genesis, The Great Gatsby So you had to own all the audiobook Genesis DEAs. It was what, maybe 6-7 of them. Floor is pretty low for an airdrop. 64 is not much. The Great Gatsby exists in ebook version as well, and it's a very classic story. So we had 477 sets completed, so it gives you an idea of maybe the size of the collector community. Doesn't mean unique holders, mind you, but that's how much people are willing to to collect to get an airdrop. So that's it for this week. Next week we don't know yet. I'm pretty sure the mint calendar shows nothing, but let's double check that. It ends like no upcoming events, so we'll have a surprise. Well, they said there are some About Stuff episodes coming. Maybe that we'll get more stuff next week. Let's see. And the Stuff token was not immune to the markets crashing earlier this week. It went as low as 0.01 USD, so super low. I don't know who filled their bags there, but GG's to them, up 30% in a few days. On the 7 day we are -5, so we bounced back, thankfully. Look at this volume, it's pretty high, I feel like. 85,000. More buys than sell orders. If we look at the holders, we're still pretty good. I think it's more or less stable compared to last week, meaning that it might have changed hands, or maybe people, maybe what happens is that people sold a portion of their position, panic selling, and others decided to fill their bags. Maybe something like this, and that's why the number of holders is pretty stable. Are there any news? Well, to be honest, just the token bridge, right? And then the question would be, will people from other ecosystems care? I mean, it's been a while since we minted something on another ecosystem. Usually the sale numbers are not so high. I feel like we need this big artist or big content creator that has an audience on these other blockchains to get some attention and get people to buy the token. Also, consume to earn, supposed to happen this year, but we have no visibility. Is that one of the surprises they have for us? I don't know. But that will also be a game changer in the sense that just be able to tell people, hey, watch videos and earn. Watch this documentary about Grover Ditch. Maybe you dig that kind of music, and not only you own it and you can resell it later, but you can earn tokens just by watching it. So that can also be an argument. People love something to earn, play to earn, walk to earn, work to earn, whatever. So maybe that will be the catalyst that will break the Cardano barriers and get more people from other blockchains involved. So wait and see, as always. And that's it for this week. It was a pretty heavy video, so thank you for tagging along all this time. I'm not gonna keep you any longer. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, ping me on X, ping me on Discord. Happy to see you there and happy to answer any questions or talk about anything. Thank you again. Take care, have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.